can you give an example, or at least an idea, assuming that, going back to your pyramid, assuming
Mhm.
that you're not doing anything, like the amount of time that an artist would spend in each phase of those areas before they've started to see results. Like, can you just maybe just share like some, like, uh, from a case study or something that you've seen with some
Yeah,
of the art work?
yeah, totally. So the question you're asking is the exact same question, and there's like 5 or 6 different variants of the question. Okay, and it's a question I've been trying to ask my entire history in this business, and I've come up utterly, totally, and completely short on it. Okay, and let me explain. The varieties of the question are the following: what are the best selling sizes? If I just know what the best selling sizes are, right? I can include those in my business and I'll do it. What are the hottest subject materials? If I just know what the best subject materials are and I put those into my business, it'll explode. How many hours a week do I need to work on my marketing? If I just know that, then I'll know the exact the payback period that I'll get, right? Or what are the most best selling media types? If I just know what the best selling media types are, I'll get there. And the premise to all of those questions is that there is some sort of mathematical formula that works for everybody, and nothing could be close further from the truth. And an example of how I spin it, Chris, is we have an individual on the platform that has 1.3 million followers on Instagram. Okay, been on TV, household name. We have a gal that has 5,000 followers on Instagram. She outsells him by a factor of 35x. How the hell do I explain that, right? Like all my mind wants to do as like a marketer is like, okay, how many emails do they have on their list? How many social followers? How many times are they emailing? How many sales are they running a year? And like get some sort of formula that works for everybody. And there is just no magical roadmap that works for everybody. And I'm here to tell you, through blood, sweat, and tears, and trying and studying all my customers, if anyone tells you that there is a magical formula, they are lying to you. Run the other direction 1,000 miles. But what I can say, what I think more the spirit of your question is, early on, your only job is to generate sales from people not named mom, dad, brother, sister, family, friends. Okay. You have to get the art in front of strangers, and the art needs to sell. Okay. And so anything that you're doing that's not either producing art or getting it in front of eyeballs to sell is a waste of your time. Okay. Number one. Number two, if the art is not selling, you're getting a ton of likes and a ton of comments and a ton of shares, but you're not getting any sales. You got a product the market doesn't want. What everyone tends to do is internalize that as criticism, right? Like, I'm not a good enough artist, or, art's just not selling, or make excuses. This is the one thing that infuriates me that is never taught. Making it as a successful artist is no different than the game of archery, okay? And in archery, what artists do is they take one arrow. This is what I like creating. This is what inspires me. This is what I'm doing. And they fire it. And they don't hit bullseye. And then they quit. And I just want to be there, and I want to be like, yes, guess what? You can fire 500 arrows. And guess what? The most successful artists in the world all fired 500 arrows. And I use this line all the time. Pablo Picasso, when he died, had 45,000 unsold works in his inventory. What do you think that dude was doing? He'd make something and he wouldn't get a great response, and he'd be like, okay, that direction didn't work. Now I'm going to go try the next direction and the next direction and the next direction. So you need to be creating and trying to sell. The easiest way to sell is doing a local fair, a local show, find a brewery, a farmer's market. I don't care what. Get a table, get in that booth, show your art, grab the goat piece off the wall, and see whether or not it moves. If it doesn't move, you got to try something different. But there's no magical roadmap that'll work for you. The same will work for my other customers. I mean, some come on board and they repay their investment in literally 1 week. Some come on board and it takes them a year and a half, sometimes two, right? And sometimes along that journey, they're trying different subject matter materials, and they're trying to find something that wins. So that's what I would say. And as a final, like, it's hard because these are your creations, these are your babies, and
Yeah.
you're emotionally invested. But when you look at them like a marketer does, like I do, like when I run ads, I run ad A and I run ad B, and then I wait, show it to the same audience, see which one wins. Then I drop the loser, I write another one, and I put it up. And I don't ever stop doing that because I'm constantly looking for the next best thing, right? Something that will level up my game even more. And you have to sort of approach your art that way. You just have to. So now, after that long-winded speech, what have you done about selling, and how are you selling? Give me some info on that.
Yeah, like you said, pretty good at building like local relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the sales that I've generated have been from not just family, but people that like you said, like people do want to feel like they know you,
Mm-hmm.
had a relationship with you, and I've already experienced that versus just posting and trying to talk to strange or just looking at the comments of strangers, and it's
Mm-hmm.
not to go anywhere from there.
Yeah. And that's where I do my other line, which is, Chris, you hear that knock on the door? That's me. I'm going to pick you up right now, and I'm going to drive down to the ATM machine, and you show me a button on that ATM machine that says relationships or likes or comments or shares. None of those buttons exist on the ATM machine because none of those buttons will get you paid, right? You have to sell the work, and if it's not selling, then you got to try a different subject material, and that's the game.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, no, go ahead. You got to follow up. Go ahead.
Yeah, the follow up was just about the interview. I mean the live shows.
Yeah.
Have you seen that model work when it's set up like an interview?
I've seen that model work just about every single solitary way it's tried.
Okay,
Grab
like an
this,
interview the artist.
grab the goat piece off the back wall there, turn the camera on, start talking about it, quote a price, shut up, send it to everyone you know. Done. You can do that this afternoon as soon as you get out this thing. Just ship it. Just ship it. It works every which way you try it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the information.
No, I get fired up about this stuff, man. I get fired up about it. Thank you. What's up, YouTube? Thanks for checking out the Q&A. What if you have your own question? First, you can leave me a comment below on this YouTube video. I see them. I will respond. Number two, definitely encourage you to subscribe. It's very easy to do. There's some fancy motion graphics going across the screen now. But there's a subscribe button. There's a bell button. You'll know when we're live. You can come on and say, Patrick, I have a question, even from your YouTube app, which is super handy. And then the third is 3 times weekly, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, free Zoom calls. We call them the Art Business Workshops. There's going to be a link directly below me in this description. You can sign up. They're free. You can come answer your question, which I'm sure will be awesome. And I will do my measure best to make sure my advice is slightly better than marginal. No, but in all seriousness, I'll take a crack at answering it. Thanks for checking out this video.